Hello guys, and welcome to a new video. In this video we won't be programming in Scratch. We will be programming in C++, which is text-based programming language. It's a bit more advanced, but yeah, let's start. This is the first video I'm doing with C++ coding, and in this video we'll just be doing the basics. So make sure to download code blocks, as we'll be using code blocks. And once you downloaded it, I'll put a link in the description of how to download it, video of a tutorial how to download it, and the link to the website where you need to download it. So let's just go and start the video. So after you downloaded code blocks, click on this button right here, create new project, and then double click on console application, choose C++ and click next. Choose the title of your project. For me, I'm gonna do tutorial 1, and make sure to click these 3 dots to select the folder where you want to save your projects. For me, I already have it selected, so I'll just leave it as it is. I'll click next, leave everything here as it is, but make sure that you have GNU GCC compiler. Make sure you have this selected. After that, click finish, and then click on this plus right here, and if you can see it, on sources, and then double click on main.cpp, and this is the code. So let's go over what every line does. So the first line, we're using the iostream library, which is library for input-output stream for the console. So if we want to read and show things in the console, we have to use the library iostream. Then using namespace std for some functions. For some functions you have to be using the namespace std, stands for standard. Then in the int main, in these little brackets, we will be writing all of the code, and the return 0 just tells us just return 0 if there are no errors. So to build and run the project, you have to click on this little button right here, not build and then not run, build and run, this button right here. And as you can see, if you click it, okay, so as you can see, we have this console right here, and in the console we have here, up here, it's written hello world. So let's close up the console real quick, and this is because we use COUT to write things in the console, because as you can see, it says COUT and hello world. So when we run it, it shows hello world. Now always and always, after COUT, use is lower than a symbol, and then if you want to show some text on the screen, you use this thing is where they call yeah, so you use if you want to display some text on the screen, you use quotes. And as you can see, after hello world we have two more lower is lower than signs, and then a and L, and L stands for end line, so it just shows an end line. So here if we play, as you can see, we have this end line right here, but if we delete this, all of it, well, also with the is lower than signs, we can't have two is lower than signs with nothing after them before the this semicolon right here. Oh, and after each line of code we always put a semicolon in a split class. So now if we run it, as you can see, we don't have that little space between hello world and this text process return 0. So as you can see, we use cout and is lower than to and in quotation marks if you want to display a text, and if you want to display an end of line, we use end line. You can see out as many things as you want, but make sure between them you use T is lower than signs. So yeah, you can show on the console as many things as you want, but make sure to separate them with two is lower than signs. And at the end there has to be a semicolon, and there can't be two is lower than signs and then nothing after it, so it must be something after it. For example, we have end line here, is lower than and end line. You know, here we have a string. It's called a string, this in quotation marks. If we write something on the console and it's a text. So as you can see, if we run it, we have an end line right here, and then on the second we have subscribe, on the third line we have end like, and then another end line. Yeah, it is like this because we put in the console an end line, after that subscribe, the text subscribe, after that end line, after that the text end like, and then an end line at the end. And make sure you cannot do it like this. You cannot see out something like this. If you want to see out a specific text, you must put it in quotes. You can just you must put it in quotes like this. Why it doesn't work without quotes? Because without quotes it would be could be confused with a variable, and I'll tell you in the next video what variables are. And yeah, so this is basically what COUT does. Yeah, I don't want this video to get too long, but not too short, so I think we can talk about variables in this video also. So what is a variable? If you use Scratch, you probably might know. But for those who don't know, it's basically something that can think of it like a box that either has nothing in it or has something in it, and that something can be a text, a number, a character, and more. It could be something like this. But in other programming languages, you can just declare a variable and put whatever you want, a string that's a text, a character, or a number in it, whatever you want. But in C++ you have to declare them separately. So a variable that is a number, that takes a number, would be declared separately than a variable that has text in it. But in this video we will be only talking about int variables, that are variables that have a number, with a number. And to declare them in the int main, I usually declare them like right at the first line of the int main. It's more good there because it works. I don't know, I just like it to declare it right here on the first line in the int main. So to declare it, you just type int and then the variable's name you want. For example, I'm going to like, and then a semicolon at the end. And now we have a variable like, and currently so I told you that we use quotes because of variables. So if we want to see out a variable, we won't use quotes. We would just put cout like without quotes, and because we declared it here, it's a variable, and it will show the number or the text that is in the like button, in the like variable. So for example, if like had 0 in it, the number 0, because we declared it the int type, which is like numbers or something. So if like would be the number 0, it would just show a 0 on the screen, because that's the value of like. But now if we run it, okay, so now if we run it, it shows 0 and then and like, so because like has the value 0 currently in it. So, and to change the value of like, we just do like equals and then the number we want to give it. For example, I'm gonna do 13 and then semicolon at the end. And now it's gonna see out 13 because we put like to the value 13 right here. So I hope you understand what an int value is. Also, you can do operations with variables, for example, to multiply it or to add something to it, to divide it, but we'll talk about that operations in the next video. I don't want this video to be too long, and I hope you understand the basics, the variable and how to show on the screen variables and the value of variables and some text and stuff. So that was the whole video, I think. make sure to subscribe and like, and we'll talk about other things in the next video. For example, reading variables from the console and doing operations with variables. The next video will probably be fun. And at the end of the series, we'll probably make a game together or a program, pretty advanced program. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Make sure to like and sub for more videos about coding, and see you in the next video. Bye.